Raju. Raju is a small boy living in a village with his father and mother. His father was a farmer and his mother was a tailor. She was doing small tailoring works for nearby neighbors, and they are earning their livelihoods. But Raju was very eager to learn something new every day, and he was dedicating most of his time by doing something creative and learning by seeing other students of his village. And one day, a new teacher came to their village, and she was named Seema. And Seema saw that Raju was a very curious boy who was very eager to learn, but his parents were not allowing him to attend school. So she tried to influence his parents, but his parents told that there is no need of Raju to go to school or attend school. He can help his father in farming. But Shima was so persistent. She tried convincing his father and mother, but at last they agreed, and they allowed Raju to attend school. Years later, Raju attended school and passed the high school and attended college and universities. And then he came to his village as an agricultural officer. So he helped his fellow villagers in adapting new technology for doing agriculture. And he also started a new entrepreneurship for the women of that village, and he also opened a library in that village. So my point is, everything was possible only because of one thing, and that is education. So education plays a very important role in empowering rural children, and there are many children like Raju. They have the potential to change the world. They have the potential to bring new innovations to the world, but they are not allowed to attend school, or they don't have the proper opportunities to attend school or do something in their life. So our topic today focuses on that point. That is how we can empower rural children and how they will bring new changes to the world. So first, the rural development, it focuses on enhancing living standards. Living standards in the sense it will make economically empower the villages, and through infrastructure or through health and social services improvements, we can empower the rural population. Then education tailored in the sense we can provide tailored education to the rural children. We can see that in rural villages there are high dropout rates because of the irrelevance of the teaching. The irrelevance of the teaching in the rural population. So we can tailor them according to their needs, so that they will be interested to learn something. Then why rural villages matter? Because rural regions often suffer neglect in infrastructure, literacy, environment and health, and making targeted educational interventions essential for equitable growth. Then objectives of rural education. So the first objective is universal access to education. Universal means wherever you are, whoever you are, you should be able to learn something or able to attend school. That is universal access to education. And then skill development for employability. When you are provided with life skills like, for example, agriculture, tailoring, weaving, and digital literacy also, then it will make you self-sufficient, it will make you self-resilient, then it will be easier for you to grab employability in future. Then teaching practical skills for agriculture, crafts and small scale industries, as I am talking before. Practical skills are more important than this rote learning or bookish knowledge. So there should be provided with practical skills and life skills. Then empowerment of marginalized in the sense they were economically backward or socially backward. They by providing them education, we can give them a choice, we can give them a voice, for which they will later use for their rights, or they can grow themselves. Then promotion of civic responsibility. Civic responsibility in the sense they should know about their rights, they should know about their choices they are making, and they should participate in the village level, panchayat level politics, or they can involve themselves in politics also. So that's all. After all, I have
importance of education in rural development. First, coming to the economic development, as the people become educated, the job opportunity increases, and that's lead to the economic development. And in the way when people get knowledge about agriculture, farming in a scientific way, so the productivity also increases. That also leads to the economic development, and the establishment of startups or small business also leads to the economic development. Then coming to the social importance, when people becomes educated, they break the cycle of caste and gender discrimination. It is one of the most important social importance in the rural education. So then coming to the when people become more aware, they more participate in the community involvement, and also the development of the rural areas takes place. Then coming to the health and environmental importance. First, the health. When people get knowledge about the sanitation, hygiene, their quality of life increases. And then coming to the environmental importance, when people know about the awareness, how when the environment is disrupted, or how that affect to the life. So they know about the afforestation and also the sustainable farming technique. Like when we farm, but there is less harm to the environment. Like the use of, I can say the advanced use of IPM. There is an integrated pest management system. When you add this to the fertilizer, then the quality of soil also increases and the productivity also increases. Likewise, there is many more. Then coming to the formal schooling. Formal schooling means the establishment of primary schools or secondary or middle schools in the rural areas, which increases the enrollment rate. And then coming to the non-formal education. Non-formal education, distance learning, like and also campaigns, some campaigns, and adult education program to re-enter those who have left the school in very early years or something like that. Then coming to the digital education includes the e-learning platforms and MOOCs or many more. Then vocational education, we have to also provide some skill-based training like tailoring, carpentry, that's all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we know, India has a large number of rural population, and the education system and education quality in the rural area is very poor. So I am going to talk about some challenges in rural area education. The first challenge that we face is the infrastructure condition. Many rural areas have the buildings, low quality buildings and unsafe buildings, and low quality of sanitation, which can create an unhygienic and unpleasant learning environment for the rural students. And second challenge is the transport barrier. Many rural areas have the roads, don't have proper roads to go to the schools. The children in rural area face difficulty to go to the school and in educational institute because of the condition of the transportation. So it can lead to the dropout of the students in the schools. And our next challenge is the shortage of proper well-trained teachers. So insufficient teachers in rural area can cause the future of the students who are learning in the school to affect very badly, and it can create a very weak workforce in the future. So shortage of teachers and not very well-trained teachers are the cause of this problem in rural areas. Our next challenge is the cultural and social barrier. As you know, India is a very cultural country, and culture in India are diverse from place to places. In many areas, there are practice of early marriages or child labor. So, early problem like tradition like early marriage, child labor can create the students to drop from the schools to help their parents in their economical condition and financial condition. So it can be major challenge for the education in rural area. Our next challenge is the economical challenge. India has a major population of poor people, and the families need to provide for their children, and sometimes the family cannot
Good afternoon, everyone. So, for the rural development, we need education. But in rural, education is the scarcely things because there is some child labor things, and parents are also not motivated to educate their children as they are financially suffer. So, government has made some schemes for promoting the education. First, the government make some school education initiatives. That is the Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha and Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, who ensures the student get more facility in the educations and development and expand of the secondary education. After that, government has given some incentives and supports like some scholarships and free books. And after that, government implemented some skill enhancement course like Digital India campaigns, PMKVY, like PM Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, and Atal Tinkar Lab and others. Thank you.
So my part is strategies for improving the rural education. So the first point is community and parental involvement. As you know, there should be a village education committee so that it can monitor the school education, and it should give feedback so that the education can be improved. There should be a parental education campaign so that parents should be aware about the importance of education. Mainly in rural areas, parents are not aware about the importance of education of their children. So there should be a campaign for the parental awareness. So my next part is curriculum and teaching reforms. So the curriculum should be based on local life. The curriculum should focus more about the local lives, local language. As we know that Sankej had taught us about the Bandhakola. That is dying now. So the government should focus more about this curriculum improvement. And the next point is activity-based learning. So mainly in rural areas, we can see that the learning process is rote. This is very rote method. We are teaching in very rote method. So we should be teaching by activity-based learning. As we know that learning by doing, hands-on activity, we should implement that in rural education also. My next point is use of technology. As we know that there are some part in rural areas where even in today's time there is no proper schooling. So there should be a online education program and mobile learning branch so that the remote area students can also improve. And my next point will be radio and TV education program. As we know that there should be a supplement learning beside the classroom learning. As we have seen in DD Odia SIET program, that is based on the moral learning of the students. And we have also seen in Hangama that there used to be a program called Art Work that used to focus on the skill development of students. So this is how we can develop the rural education.
So after knowing the importance and strategies, we will know about the outcomes of an educated rural population. What happened when villagers get educated, when a family in a rural area become educated? So first thing is they become self-reliant. After getting proper education, the rural population become self-employed, and also they can able to create employment for others. And with this, for next point, economic advancement. By getting proper education and becoming good aware about the society and the government schemes, they can able to use all the government schemes properly and become economically good and create a good name of their village and in the society.
All these results are coming in our near future. If all our efforts towards rural education is going well, the rural education is going to transform our society, our rural society. Not to transform it from an agriculture handicraft society to an industrial one. No, but it to make assets of education, make assets of globalization, make assets of a big market to the agriculture society, to the handicraft society, which will give more employability and more economic support to the society. And it needs a more integrated efforts. Not only one man, not a man of a government, not the PM, not the same are going to do it for ourselves. It is us who are going to participate in our full positive manner to get this. And along with what we have discussed earlier, that many NGOs like Teach for India or the Ajit Premji Foundations are also in this way. So we have to look towards our future, because the investment in education is not a one-day investment that we will get the result in the next day. It is an investment for a future. After 10 to 15 years or 20 years, we are going to get the result. And for this, we have to be patient, and this will make our rural society, take it into the global way, and the more inclusivity, more equity will be provided to our community members. Thank you.